Good morning, boys and girls. How are we all doing? I hope we are all good. Welcome to another fishing video. Today is Monday, the 29th of September. Where is this year going? It is absolutely flying by. Right, a couple of weeks since I've been fishing. Me and G, we were going to go last week, but we planned to go on the Monday. I think it was the Monday or the Tuesday. I can't remember now, but the winds were ridiculous. So windy. There's absolutely no way we could have got any fishing in. So we didn't get to go last week, but obviously we are going today. That's why you are seeing me. Hey, lucky, aren't you? Right, what's time now? It's 6:45 in the morning. I'm just about to go and pick G up. The coldest morning we've had so far. I left work at 6 o'clock this morning and it said 8 degrees in the car. That is the coldest I've seen it leaving work in the mornings when I leave work. 8 degrees is the coldest we've had. It's also really thick mist and fog outside. It's quite misty, foggy. It's really thick. It's meant to be a sunny day. So I'm hoping once that sun comes up, it starts burning the mist and fog off a little bit. But we've got no wind and we've got no rain. So that is all good. As you've seen by the thumbnail, we are heading to Gorleston Beach. Fingers crossed, fishing is picking up. Fishing. Someone fished Gorleston Pier the other week. They done an evening fish, and I think they caught 51 fish. So the fishing is definitely picking up. So if we don't do well today and we don't put out loads of fish, then we are going to find a new hobby. I'm going to take up golf or something like that because it's just. But no, we should do okay today. We should do all right. Well, like I say, it's 6:45. I'm just going to go and pick up G. We're going to go to Greg's, grab a bit of breakfast as usual, and then we're going to get down to Gorleston and we're going to get some fishing in. Right, I will see you all when we are down on Gorleston Beach. See you in a second. Well, here we are. We have just arrived. So we're in the big car park at the top. It's where I always park in this car park. It's a free car park. We're right at the end of that marine parade. And then we are going to be going down there and we're going to be fishing right opposite the wreck. I don't know if the camera's picking up, but that mist and fog is still about. But I did say once the sun comes up, that would burn it off a bit. And it is burning it off. Right, we're going to unload the car and we will head down there. Oh, right, here we are. Right, it is 7:30. Low tide, I think it was like 7:40, something like that. So it's pretty much low tide right now. I'll tell you what, they've had some big storms, like not storms, but some big tides along here. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but there is a ridge there. And that ridge goes all the way down the beach. Them groins there, normally the sand is covering them, pretty much where G is. Normally the sand is covered, the sand, you can see the groins all the way up. I've never ever seen the groins go that far up the beach. That's how much of that has been pushed up there. Craziness. Tide is pretty flat, calm. Got some little waves coming in. Right, let's get some gear set up, come on. Oh, right, here we are. Right, it is 7:30. Low tide, I think it was like 7:40, something like that. So it's pretty much low tide right now. I'll tell you what, they've had some big storms, like not storms, but some big tides along here. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but there is a ridge there. And that ridge goes all the way down the beach. Them groins there, normally the sand is covering them, pretty much where G is. Normally the sand is covered, the sand, you can see the groins all the way up. I've never ever seen the groins go that far up the beach. That's how much of that has been pushed up there. Craziness. Tide is pretty flat, calm. Got some little waves coming in. Right, let's get some gear set up, come on. Well, here we are about to do the first cast. Right hand side, I have a 2-hook flapper rig. I've got squid on the top and I've got some squid bait on the bottom. Left hand side, 2-hook flapper rig. Squid on the top and squid on the bottom. I've only got squid baits with me today. G has got a worm, he has got some lugworm. So if he starts biting and catching on the lugworm, I'll see if he'll be very nice and let me pinch a couple of worms off him. But we'll just use the squid for now, see how we get on. Right, let's get these out there. Well, that's it, we are out there. It's just coming up to 10 to 8 and we are out there. I set both mine up, but I cast mine both out at the same time. G sets one up, casts it out, and then starts setting the other one up and casts it out. But the first one he threw out about 5 minutes ago. He was literally doing a little video on his TikTok, and the top of his rod was absolutely bouncing. He struck it. Has he got a fish? You will have to go on G's fishing experience to find out. Right. Still a little bit foggy out there, still a little bit, do you know what I mean? It's still there a bit, but the sun is definitely coming up. That's definitely going to burn it all off. Set it back here, like I say, the tide is coming in. Low tide was like half hour ago. So that tide is going to start coming in towards us. So we are going to get chased up by the tide. All I want is a fish on my first cast. Everyone's been fishing so well lately. Whiting is starting to show left, right and centre. I definitely think we're going to pull some whiting out today. I want to get a little dab out today. I'm still after a weaver fish, but just for my species hunt, just to get the weaver ticked off there. I need a sole. If I can get a sole out today, that'll be another tick off the species hunt list. Come on, come on. I really have got high hopes for today. Well, that fog is starting to clear a little bit. I can actually see the buoy out there that's marking the wreck. I couldn't even see that earlier when we first cast out. I couldn't even see that buoy at all. But that's starting to show now, you can see that. And to the right hand side, you can actually see bits of the wreck all sticking up, which you can do at low tide. When that's a real low tide, you can see all the wooden structure. I think the boat was called the Swan or something. I think the boat was called the Swan. But camera's not going to pick it up. But yeah, you've actually got wooden struts sticking out of the water there, where the actual end of the wreck is. Well, I just had a little reel in, check the bait situation. Right hand side coming absolutely fine. Left hand side, it's coming in. All of a sudden, just caught on something. Tried the old release, this and that, and it just snapped, it went. And then G had exactly the same. He's just reeled one of his in, and he's got caught with something. Literally where I did, 30, 40 yards out. All of a sudden, just caught on something. Man, he was trying everything, and he lost the line. What is out there? Something's out there. So, and you know what? I've only brought 2 traces with me, so I'm now going to make up another trace now. I'm going to make one up. But what I'm going to do, I'll have another reel in with this one in a second. And if that's getting caught as well, if there's something out there, then we'll move. We'll go the next bay up. I don't know what could be out there, like especially if I'm here and G's like 20 odd yards down there. There's something was catching both of us. Anyway, let's make another trace up. I'm going to get another one made up, so we can get some more bait in the water. Well, I've just made a whole new trace up, but now I'm a little bit dubious as to casting out. The one on the right hand side is fine. That went over to the right and that reeled in fine. The one that was on the left was kind of more a bit straight in front of me, and the same with G. The one on G's left was okay, but the one that was on his right, that was the one that got snagged. So there's something kind of just out there. G hasn't reeled back in again yet. What I might do is I might move up there a bit. I might go right up there and try and clear whatever. Look at that now, look, you can see the buoy now, and you can see the wreck, and you can see the pier. You couldn't see any of that pier half hour ago. That was so thick. Yeah, I might move up, so it means I'm not going to really be talking to G too much throughout the morning. But I don't want to keep risk losing bloody gear and getting snagged, do you know what I mean? Yeah, I might reel this right hand side one in, and then I might, I might move up there a little bit. I am having an absolute mare of a day. So I've just moved all the way up from G. G's all the way down there now. I've come all the way a bit further up here to try and avoid that snag. Right hand side, I've just cast out. I'll give it a bit of a thump. Line's just snapped on the cast. And you know what? I've got no shock leader on there. Normally, I'm a stickler for having shock leader on my line. But where it snapped last week when I was fishing, I got snagged and all that. I haven't put shock leader back on the line. So I thought, you know what? I'm not really casting far. I thought £20 line would be okay, do you know what I mean? But that line is quite old and it's brittle line. I do need new line for my reels. I've been saying that to G for like the last month or so. I need new lines because that line is pretty brittle and that has just snapped off. I'm not going to be making up another trace and all that. I'm just going to be sticking to the one rod now. I can't bother to be standing there now making up more traces. And like I say, that line is brittle. That's all got to be stripped off. I need new line. And like I say to G as well, because obviously we've only got 2 months, month and a half, 2 months, and we're going down to Dorset. We're doing our fishing trip. We're going to be doing Chesil Beach and all that. And I was saying to G, I definitely want new line on my reels when we go down there. But I'm going to need new line on my reels before I ever go fishing again next time. Literally just casting out. There's only what, a 4 ounce weight on there, and it's just pinged off straight away. Man. Right, welcome to Amateur Fishing Hour with Dave. for all your amateur skills, this is how not to fish. You don't come fishing with just 2 traces. You don't come fishing with line that's old and brittle and fragile. You don't come fishing without having a shock leader on your line. You just don't come fishing with Dave. That's the main thing. Right, like I say, I'm not setting the other one up. I'm going to stick to the 1 rod. How are we doing for time now as well, Joe? What? Because I've been messing around doing all that other business. What even is the time now? 20 to 9. Well, yeah, just gone. 8:42. So 20 to 9. So that's like what? That's an hour. We've been here an hour. And what have I done? Got snagged, lost my gear, cast out, lost my gear, and on the other rod, caught nothing. Welcome to fishing. Take up fishing. It'd be fun, they said. They go down the beach. You're really going to enjoy yourself. That's what they said. It's just how it goes, isn't it? It's just how it goes. It's how it's going for me today anyway. Just one of them things, isn't it? What can you do? You've got to smile and carry us over at me, all getting frustrated and throwing everything around and storming up the beach and shouting and sweating. It is what it is, isn't it? It's just me just not being prepared enough. That's what it is. Not having enough traces made up, not having a decent line on my spool, and not having a shock leader on there. I've only got myself to blame. That's all it is, isn't it? That's all it is. On the plus side, fog's totally gone. Sun is out. Glorious day. You can see the buoy. You can see the wreck. I can see the pier. I can see G. Hey. Now let's try and hope and we can see some fish. Well, I will start packing this rod down. Right, come on, I've got to catch the fish now. If after all that I don't even catch a fish, then I will be stomping up and down this beach shouting and swearing. Oh, come on, man, come on. Oh, what a day. Well, I was just chatting to a guy up there. He's one of our subscribers. He subscribed to me and G's fishing channel. Yeah, I was just saying to G, I go, you know, a few weeks ago when I said I need a new line for my reels, he was like, yeah. I said, I definitely need a new line. And I said, I've just snapped off casting out a 4 ounce bloody weight. Do you know what I mean? I've got 2 spools on there that need doing. And also, underneath my box with my weights, I've got spare spools. And look how old that is. Look at that line, look. I need to get a new line on there. I need a new line before I even go fishing, let alone when we go down to bloody Chesil, even before I go fishing next week. Right, Dad, I know you're watching this, I know you watch my videos. Dad, have you got any £20 fishing line in the garage? Because if not, I'm going to have to go and buy some. But hopefully, oh, do you know what? And my dad had a sort out the other day and he sorted out loads of weights and he gave me a couple of weights when I went around and see him last week. Popped round last week, went to see my mum and dad, he goes, oh, I've had a sort out. He goes, I've got some weights now in the garage. Well, I've just lost one of them weights, Dad. One of them weights has just gone flying out there. So, yeah, Dad, have you got any £20 fishing line in the garage? Otherwise, I'm going to have to spend my money, aren't I? Saying that, I think G was saying just now he's got a bit of line. But what I want to do, obviously, I can keep some of that old line on there just to pack it out a little bit. But I do want to get a good sort of couple of 100, 300 yards of like decent line on there. And then get me shock leader back on there. I've got plenty of shock leader, I know that. It's just I just want to put some like decent like £20 line on there. So right, well there you have it. That's what it is. It is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. It is. I was going to say it again, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'm going to take that reel off, pack that rod down. I'm just going to fish the 1 rod. Like I say, I'm only using squid baits, but G has got squid and worm on his, and I'm not really going to say how he's doing at the moment, but I don't know. I might see if he's got a couple of worms that I can pinch. We will see. Tide is coming in. That is racing in. When we got here, that was way down there when we got here. That's coming right up there now. Right, anyway, enough talking rubbish. Let's get this rod packed down. Let's get that reel in the box. I'll get that back in the sleeve and that. We'll concentrate on the 1 rod. And yeah, Dad, have a look in the garage. See if you've got any £20 fishing line, mate. Like I say, otherwise I've got to spend my own money. We've got another fisherman coming down now. He's heading down. He's going to the next one down. That next one down, that's where the last time I was on this beach fishing, that's where I was in that next one. And I pulled out 2 lovely little bass. That was a couple of months ago now I was down there, but yeah, 2 lovely bass I pulled out in that next one down. Like I say, when I come down here, I normally do fish either the one opposite the buoy or the next one up. Like I say, we just made a beeline straight for this one here. But oh, man, like I say, getting snagged, losing my gear, breaking off on casting. Oh man, yeah, he's Yeah, he's walking down. He's gonna be going down into the next one. Like I say, if I get a fish, it'll put a smile on my face. Do you know what I mean? It just make me happy. It'll make all this like hassle of, oh man, it just make it all worth it. Do you know what I mean? If I could just put a fish out. And like I say, there has been plenty of fish coming out. I know it does do better towards the high tide, but high tide's not till about 2:30 this afternoon. And it is now what? What are we on now? Just coming up to 9 o'clock. I'm going to find the new hobby. I really am going to find the new hobby. So everyone that tunes in to Dave Harding Beach Fishing Adventures, next week it might be called Dave Harding Goes Golf Adventures or something. Well, the last couple of times I've reeled in, the bait has been totally stripped off them hooks. So I reckon there's got to be quite a few crabs out there. So what I've done this time is I'll put the squid on and I'll just put a little bit of bait elastic around it just to keep it on a little bit longer. So hopefully the fish, if there is any fish out there, I've got more of a chance to get on there before the crabs pinch it all. Yeah, there's 2 guys up there fishing now. That one guy come down, and then yeah, about 10 minutes later another guy come down, so there's 2 up there. Oh, he was walking backwards then. I thought he was going to do a back cast then. He's going for a normal overhead. The way he was walking backwards down the beach, I thought he was about to do like a nice little whip back cast. Oh man, come on. Just give me a fish, please. You know what? It's not, I'm on the beach though, aren't I? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm on the beach. I'm looking at the sea. I'm getting some sun. Do you know what I mean? Obviously it's better than being at work, isn't it? That's for sure. It's definitely better than being at work. But it would just be nice to get some bloody fish out. That's the thing, isn't it? Like I say, high tide's not to about 2:30. It's now 9:30. So you've got plenty of time before the high tide. I don't know if we're still going to be here by 2:30. Like I say, G's got quite a bit of work. He's doing quite a bit of work on his house at the moment. I know he needs to get to B&Q later to pick some wood up and what else he got to do? There's something else he was saying a little while ago he's got to do. So I know he's got a few things to do later. So I'm not sure what time we're going to be down. We've still got a couple of hours yet. It's only 9:30. We're still going to be down here for a little while. I just really thought we was going to be bang on the fish today. I thought as soon as that went in the water, I thought straight away we was going to be getting white in that on the first cast. I really did have high hopes for today. What can you do though? Do you know what I mean? We could have gone to the pier. We could have been catching all day. But then we could have gone to the pier and everyone could have been catching on the beach. You just don't know, do you? You just got to get down there, throw the bait in the water and see what happens. But there's one thing I definitely do know. I definitely need to get a new line on them reels. Like I say, I've got 2 spools obviously on the reels and I feel I've got 3 spare spools in the box. So I want to get all of them spools all totally relined, the brand new £20 line. I want to get a nice £50-60 shock leader on all of them. Because like I say, if you're casting out a 4 ounce weight and that's snapping on a 4 ounce weight, you know that's brittle line. And again, if I did get a decent fish on that line, it probably would have snapped anyway, bringing a decent fish in, do you know what I mean? Oh man, fishing, hey? Well, I was just talking to G and he was saying the same. He was saying his squid is coming back sort of stripped down, but his worm is staying on there. The crabs ain't stripping the worm down. So I've just grabbed a couple of the worms off of G. So when I reel it in next time, we'll throw them on. We'll throw a couple of worms on and see what that does. Oh, I've just put my shades on as well. I forgot I put them in the bag. I'm still standing there, not like squinting a lot. The sun's not like bright, it's all behind me, but when I'm sort of trying to look at the line, I'm sort of like squinting a little bit. And I went to get a bit of drink out of my bag, and then as I was having a drink, I thought, oh bloody hell, my sunglasses are in there. So I put the old sunnies on, mate. Good day, mate. We're really old sunnies on the beach. I just went up to G, and G's looking at me, he's going, mate, he goes, you remind me of someone with them glasses. I was like who, like Roy Orbison? I don't know, man. Oh, come on, fishy, 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 come on. Right, G is catching up there. And I'll just shout out what was that, and he's on the worm. He's catching on the worm. So I just reeled in just now. The squid was still on there. One of them had been tugged a little bit. It was just hanging on by a little bit of that bait elastic. So I'll just strip that little bit of squid off and I'll put a worm on there and I'll left a bit of squid on the top. I've got another worm down there. He's still got quite a few left over there. But let's put that out. Let's see if I can get something out with the worm bait. Well, the rod is having a little rattle and that is the first time that has moved all day. And that's literally since I just put that bit of worm on there. Like literally, what have I been here now? 2 hours, 2.5 hours? I don't even know what the time is. But the whole time I've been here, that rod tip has been absolutely still. And it's just had a little quiver just now. We keep an eye on that. If that goes again, we'll yeah, that's moving around up there, isn't it? I don't know how clear the camera picks it up. I think that's definitely having a little move. Go on, go again and I'll have you. Go on. Go on, go on. Yeah, we're on, I think we're on. I think we're on. I think we're on. Oh, come on, come on, come on. I said it was having a little quiver, didn't I? I knew it was having a little quiver. Well, we have pulled out a tiny little bass. Absolute tiny. He's only just caught in the corner of his mouth. Look at that. He was only just caught and he is off. Oh, look. Tiny little bass. Hey, oh, G's getting a photo for his TikTok account. Boy, that's the worm, G. That's the worm. Right, come on, buddy. Let's get you back. Oh man, these waves are coming in. Let's get him out there. He's gone. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Tiniest of little basses, but you know what? Oh my god, that saved the blank, and that was on the worm. Right, let's get some more worm on there, and let's get that back out there. Come on! Oh, the rod was hardly moving. I did put the camera on the rod, try and show the rod, and I was saying, look, it was just the slightest of little quivers. But considering that rod has literally been like that all morning, hasn't even moved. And when it done that, like I said, there's zero wind, there's no wind on this beach at all. I knew that was saying having a little pester. Tiny little bass. What was the time? I did say, I was saying how long ago. Right, it's 10 o'clock. And we started fishing at what, 7:45? So 2 hours and 15 minutes. That has taken me to get a fish out. But we got there in the end. And that was on the worm. That was on the worm bait. The squid bait is doing absolutely nothing. So that's gone straight back out there. I've caught, G's catching. So if I get another fish now and it comes out on the worm, then I might go up to G and ask him if I can just pinch a couple more of them worms. But we haven't blanked. This tide, man, look. I've literally just moved everything back. Do you know what? Where the waves have come and crashed up there and pulled everything back, it's made it really flat. So when the tide's coming in now, the waves are coming down. It's coming down the beach. I've literally about 5 minutes ago moved everything back. But you know what? We've caught a fish. Let me take my glasses off, I'll look at you properly. We've caught a fish. We haven't blanked. Hey. Just coming up to 11:45, so that is 3 hours we're fishing for now. And I've had that one little bass out in 3 hours. Reeled in a couple of times. I've been putting fresh worm on. That's all we can do, innit? Baits in the water, we've got squid out there, we've got worm out there. What more can we do? I've been watching those two guys up to the right of me. I haven't seen them pull anything out at all. I haven't seen them pull anything out. Oh, I know I haven't blanked, and I know I've had that little bass, but oh god, I've got to do better than that. I still want to get something else out. Do you know what I mean? Still need to get something else out. I've moved back yet again. I am really being chased up by that tide. That is absolutely, like I say, because it's when it gets to there, that's starting to slope a bit there. But up until there, that's flat as anything out there. Where it's washed all that sand up, and like I say, when the tide's coming in, it's just flooding. I've never known the tide to come in like that before here. It's absolutely crazy how it's coming in, but Oh, there you go. Look at that sun out now. Look at that. That is a gorgeous day now. You think when we got here this morning, I couldn't see that boy out there. I couldn't see Gorleston Pier. Couldn't see like the works down there with the chimney, the power plant place. I couldn't see anything. It was so foggy. Oh, look, G's snagged up down there. Oh, no, he's got it free, I think. No, G snagged up. I reckon if he loses that, I reckon he'll just go down to one rod. I don't think he'll bother setting up again. Come on now, I want another fish out. Come on. Right, I think we're on, and I think we're on to something decent. That thumps then. That absolutely thumped. Keep me on that. If that thumps again, we will reel that in. See, sometimes the fish just play with the bait a little bit, do you know what I mean? Literally, I just done that last bit when I was talking to you guys, and I literally just put the camera down. As I put the camera down, I looked up, and as I looked up, I saw it bang. I know my line is going through them waves a little bit down there, but they're not big waves, they're not big crashing waves. I don't think it was enough to make the rod do what it just done. Come on, go again. Go again and I will have you. Oh, now you're in the two minds. You're like, did something just strip the bait off? Did something just pull that worm and just pull the whole worm off? Have I now got no bait on there? Is there a fish on there? Is he like just playing dead now? Is there something around there just still sniffing around with the bait? Was it a little fish and he gave it a big tug, it made it thump, but now it's actually on there, it's like little and it's not enough to pull the rod? There's so many things go through your mind, when you get that first little bang on the rod and you expect it to be saying, oh, who's that shouting? I don't know. You expect it to be something decent, but I'm in two minds now. What do I do? I like it to go again. If it thumps again, then you definitely know, do you know what I mean? Oh, come on, do something. Do something. Come on. It's moving a little bit. I want to reel it in. It might have lost bottom. It's pinging a little bit now. You sort of know when it goes down and then it like just pings up and then goes down and pings. It's not so much quivering like a bite, it's just pinging. So this ain't like grab it a little bit and it's lost the bottom. What do we do? So we'll have a reel in, we'll check it. Come on, let's have a little check. Yeah, maybe. I don't feel like there's anything on there. Eugene just got three of that snag and he's just pulled in 3 weights. I reckon one of them weights is pulled in, might be mine. Right, nothing on there, but that worm has been stripped. Look, that worm was on that bottom hook and that worm has been stripped. So something has come along and something has given that a yank and a tug. Right, G got snagged, he got it free, but he's just reeled in. He's just pulled in 3 weights. I reckon one of them is probably mine, what I lost earlier. I want to walk up there quickly now anyway and grab another worm off him to put another worm on there. Well, I've just gone and grabbed a worm off G and G's put one on his. That is the last of his worms now. That is all the worms gone. And the only thing we've been catching fish on, well, I only caught 1 fish, but the only things that have been biting and that have been the worms. The squid has done absolutely nothing. And that is the last 2 worms. Oh man, I see it go, it thumped, the first one thumped, and then that was it. It didn't really move after that. So I reckon the fish has come along, he's got the worm and, you know what I mean, he's like just sucked that whole worm off the hook, he's got it off in one go. he just took the worm and gone. Because if he'd have actually put his mouth around it and got on the hook, he would have been on there, he would have been hooked, do you know what I mean? But like I say, I brought it in, there was no worm on there, but it was definitely a good bite. I reckon it was definitely a decent sort of fish. Like I say, it definitely had a bit of a thump to it. So yeah, so I've put another worm on there, thrown it back out. Let's see what that does. And yeah, so G just reeled in, he brought in 3 weights. He brought in the one that he lost earlier, the one that I lost earlier, and he's brought in another random one, someone else's as well. So I got my weight back. Hey. Rod just thumped again. I struck it straight away. As soon as that thumped, I struck it. And we've got ourselves out another tiny little schoolie bass. Tiny little one. Right, we're getting him unhooked. He's taking the hook quite in there though. Right, we're getting him unhooked anyway. We're getting him off. Another little schoolie bass. Hey, come on. Oh, I'll tell you what, that knife thumped for a little bass. That's probably what that was before when it banged. And I left it reeled in, nothing was on there. Literally, I got that worm off G. That was the last worm. I put it on there. I cast it out. It must have been on the bottom. 3-4 minutes, 5 minutes max. And that was it. Bang. And I didn't hesitate that time. As soon as it went that time, I just struck it straight away, reeled it in. Didn't even feel like there was anything on there. I thought, I'm not reeling anything in. It went until we got right up on the surf, and I see the sun against the side of it. I see that little silver bar just light up. And I was like, hey, another little schoolie bass. Oh, but that's it. That's all the worm gone now. All we got now is squid. There's a little bit of worm, what the fish left on there. So I've left that little bit of worm on there and just tipped it with a bit of squid, but that is it. Like I say, we're not catching anything on the squid though. But that's annoying though, that's a shame now, because they're starting to bloody bite now. They're starting to bite. So I was sleeping yesterday, because I'm on night shift, so I was sleeping yesterday. So I didn't have a chance to go and pick any fresh worm up. And obviously the time we left this morning, we left before any tackle shops are open. So literally all I had was a squid bait and that was it. I reckon if we had another 25 worm on us now, I reckon we'd be putting out quite a few fish. I reckon we would. Oh, well there you go, what can you do? There's not a lot you can do about it, is it? But you know what? Earlier on, I was having a mare of a day, wasn't I? Snapping off and then getting snagged. And oh my God, and then I thought on top of that, I thought if I'm going to blank, I thought that was just going to be it. But you know what? We've had 2 little schoolie bass out, so at least we've caught something. Right, that is it. We have just called it. We've just called it. What is the time? Right, 11:45. That's it, we're done. Just packed up my stuff, just waiting on G. G's just packing his bits up now. By the time we get back 12 o'clock, like I say, G's got to go out this afternoon, he's got to go B&Q, he's got to get some wood. He's doing like a bit of a media wall at home where his TV is and all that. So he's got a few bits to do. I need to get home and have a shower. Like I say, I've done night shift, finished work at 6 this morning, straight out fishing. So what can I say, the day started off absolutely disastrous, didn't it? Oh my God. But Joe, what? We sort of picked up, and at least we got a couple of fish out, didn't we? Nothing great, nothing too big, but we didn't blank. We got a couple of fish out. I saw that guy up there. He pulled out a bass, and it looked quite a nice bass. And then there was a guy talking to him, and he walked past walking his dog, and he goes, the guy measured it up. I think he said it was 32 centimetres. So it's not too bad, bigger than what I've had out, isn't it? Bigger than my ones. Right, a massive thanks for watching the videos. Right, what I need to do now is I need to get all the line off them spools totally stripped down. I need to get some fresh 20-pound line, re-spool all of them with some fresh line, get shock leader on all of them, get myself a lot of traces made up. Like I say, I'm coming down the beach with literally 2 traces, do you know what I mean? So I need to get loads of traces made up, get that in there, just get myself organised a little bit, do you know what I mean? Get organised, Dave. Right, that is it. Right, G's nearly done. I'm just doing the last of my bits now, and that is it. We are done. Right, massive thanks for watching the video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Right, take care of yourselves.